I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates, and she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. physically I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. You know, every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into lo and behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service. But at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir.
Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña.
Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza.
From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio.
From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy.
Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle.
And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jacksomek.
Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Whew.
What? He did
All right.
big things. Back in the day, he's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going no matter how hard it gets. no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're going to take care of each other. We've got each other. And there gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's going to help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's going to save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Was Clay Christopherson. Clay, I'm going to need you.
Welcome back. It is Thursday night. We're here with North American Dirt Track Racing Association. We are at USA. This is week 2, 358 open setup modifieds. Looking for a great night tonight. Pretty decent turnout. 14 cars currently in the field. Drivers are in the middle of a driver's meeting, so we will be underway before you know it. Last week, we can give you some results here. As soon as I can find it. Sorry about that. Cannot find the point standing, but this is week 2, so a little early to start talking about points at this point. But tonight's race in conjunction with North American Dirt Track Racing Association, brought to you by Gears Unlimited. Gears Unlimited out of Independence, Missouri. They're doing some crazy things with drive shafts, carbon fiber, and building drive shafts for real cars. I'd like to thank the good folks at Gears Unlimited, Billy Roberts and crew, for all their support of iRacing. You'll see them on a ton of cars, so greatly appreciated, Mr. Roberts, for your support. This particular race is brought to you by Zimmer Gaming Productions. 50, we got 50 lap feature coming up tonight. Again, these are open setups, so we will see how the fuel plays out. A lot of different things going into tonight. Got some new drivers actually on the field. Was just checking out the weather. It looked kind of foggy as we were looking at the track earlier, which down in Florida probably means quite a bit of humidity. We will check the weather. Looks like the wind's blowing 13 mile per hour. Currently 72 degrees with 97% humidity. Track is currently at 74 degrees, so it is a muggy night here in Florida at USA, and we are getting ready to get underway as the cars are currently out on the track. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 machine, currently with your quick time in practice. In fact, his best lap is a 23.13, followed by Clay Christopherson, Austin Baker, Dean Reynolds, and Logan Wentz. Those are your top 5 in practice. We are getting ready to go heat racing here momentarily. Or qualifying, my apologies. We are getting ready to go qualifying. We will try to follow along. We'll grab the first car that comes out. Looks like it is the 79 car of Dean Reynolds, the Super Dirt Car Series 79 machine. Always great to see Dean out. We will follow him around on his first lap in qualifying. Again, USA is a big, long track. Looks like you got a little low there in turn number 1. '79 car coming around for his first timed lap. We'll see how the 79 times in. You can tell they do not reset the track after warm-ups there. Dean Reynolds top of the board with a 23.712. Adam Flieger in the 38 machine with us, also sponsored by Gears Unlimited. See how the 38 does tonight. Like Logan Wentz in P2. Keaton Holder, he puts down the quick time with a 23.696, moving Dean Reynolds down to P2. Adam Flieger good enough for 8th quick. Scott Holmes in the field in the 519. Another car sponsored by Gears Unlimited. Holder, Reynolds, Henry, Corns, Wentz currently. Michael Vital up to 3rd quick in the 213 machine. Keaton Holder still holding down your quick time. Looks like Michael Vital will drop to 4th quick with Jason Henry moving up into the 4th position, riding along with the race sponsor, Garrett Zimmer in the Zimmer Gaming Productions machine. Currently 8th quick. 23.964, not quite enough. Austin Baker in the number 09 car. Again, Keaton Holder at the top of the field with a 23.607. See how Keaton or Austin Baker does here. Does take a while to get around USA, that's for sure. He is coming off a turn 4 in the number 09 machine for his timed lap. Put him at the top of the board, 23.584. 23.584 for the 09 of Austin Baker on his first lap. See if Austin can improve on that. That moves Keaton Holder down 1 position. Baker, Holder, Reynolds, Vital, Henry, your top 5. It's like Austin is the last car to go here, coming off of turn 2. Again, you're out there and you're joining us, greatly appreciated. This is Got Your Six Racing Network. As always, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is 22 too many. So we're trying to do our small part, is why we created Got Your Six Racing Network, to get information out to those veterans who may be out there and are hurting. We can point them in the right direction. If you know a veteran out there, you watch our promos, you have the means to donate, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, you know a veteran, you haven't heard from them in a while, reach out. Let them know you think about them. That conversation could save a life. 22 a day is 22 too many. So we're doing our small part and keeping veterans in our minds. It is time for Heat 1. Austin Baker, Dean Reynolds on the front row. Jason Henry, Michael Vital in row number 2. Garrett Zimmer, Anthony Morano in 3. Dakota Denyu will round out your field of 7 drivers. Austin Baker with your quick time in the 09 machine. Does have the 79 of Dean Reynolds to his outside. Morano Racing Team drivers out here in the bright blue. Side by side in row 2 with Vital and Henry. Garrett Zimmer in the 14 will roll off P6 or 5. Another Morano Racing 32 machine back there. Anthony Morano and Dakota Denyu in the McDonald's ride. So we are getting ready to go to the green flag. The pace truck is off, leaving the field to Austin Baker. Green flag is out. We are underway. These things are hard to keep straight. You can see them wiggling and wobbling in the back there. Austin Baker dives down low, got Dean Reynolds to his outside. Dean not quite up to the outside. 9 car is able to clear the 79. Coming into turn 3, Dean Reynolds still on that outside. You can see where that track was wore there. Austin Baker running right through the slick. Dean Reynolds on his tail, followed by Vital. Anthony Morano running a little different line in the 32 machine. He's giving that bottom side a go. Up front, Dean Reynolds, he's trying to get ready to make a pass on the 09. Dean Reynolds can't get it done. We will go on board with the 79 machine as he pulls in on the 9 machine. Looks like Austin gets a great run off of the corner exit there. Pulled away from Dean a little bit. We are working lap 4 of 8, so we are coming to the halfway point of the heat. This is your top 4. 171 of Jason Henry in currently in 5th position. Garrett Zimmer falling off the pace, as is Dakota Denyu up front. 09 of Austin Baker led so far from the drop of the green flag. Dean Reynolds in P2. We are nose to tail. USA is known for single lane racing. Once it gets strung out, hard to make a pass in these lower horsepower cars for sure. Austin Baker putting a little gap on the field now in the 9 machine, currently with a half-second lead over Dean Reynolds. Baker, Reynolds, Vital, Morano, Jason Henry are your top 5. We are working lap 6 of 8. Michael Vital looks like the 213 is going to pull up on the rear bumper of the 79. Dean Reynolds decides to throw it in, kind of a slider line he changed to. So Vital, he changed his line, as did Dean Reynolds. Trying to break up that high side train going around here at USA. Big long track. Go on board. This is the last lap. We are working lap 8 of 8. Can Michael get it done? He's looking underneath the 79. We are riding along. Couldn't get it done in 1 and 2. Can he make up for it here? Gonna work a high-low. Austin Baker, Dean Reynolds, Vital, Morano, Henry, Zimmer, and Dakota Denyu. Heat 2, Keaton Holder, Anthony Vital Jr. on the front row. Scott T. Holmes, Joseph Corns in row 2. Logan Wentz, Adam Flieger in 3. Clay Christopherson rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Bright pink 7 car on our board, 97K you see there of Keaton Holder. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 Murano Racing Machine, Joseph Corns. And Scott Holmes in the 519. Adam Flieger in the 38 machine. Good looking wrap. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Watch that 51 coming from back in the pack. Don't expect Clay to stay in the back of the pack long. It will be Keaton Holder in the 7 machine that brings us to the green flag. Pace truck should exit this time by. Guess we are going around one more time. Again, these cars super hard to hold straight. You see the drivers weaving back and forth. Bright pink and white 7 car of Holder, yep, will start on the pole. Pace truck will exit this time by. Looks like the 518 car, 19 cars flashing a little bit. That'll be nerve-wracking for those drivers around Scott Holmes as they come towards the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Anthony Vital Jr. on the outside in the 21 machine trying to get that high side to work. Will the 97 gets into that inside wall. Give Vital the lead in the 21 machine. Keaton Holder getting into that inside wall a little bit there. The 519 now he wants a piece of second place. Flashing again a little bit. You got 2 cars down low in the back. That's Christopherson and Flieger battling it out. Up front, Anthony Vital with a slight lead over the 7 car. There is your field. You can see the 99J underneath us. Joseph Corns coming into the picture. We got strung out here pretty quick. You can see Holmes up there in the 519. He's giving that bottom side a look. Up front, Vital Jr. in the 21 machine, currently your leader. Caution does come out. I'm not sure what the caution is for. We will see here momentarily. Looks like Holmes kind of flashed out there a little bit in the 519. Gets into the outside wall. No place for the cars behind him to go. They will have time to get into the pits for a quick repair, I hope. Up front, 21 car of Anthony Vital Jr. leading the way. No. We are getting ready to go green. The 21 of Anthony Vital Jr. still at the front of the field with Keaton Holder now to his outside. So they have swapped from their starting positions. Let's see if Holder can get the advantage on the outside, as did Anthony Vital in the start. Excuse me. Working lap 4 of 8. Anthony Vital Jr. with the GY6RN logo on the back of the 21 machine. Greatly appreciated, Anthony. Pace truck should exit this time by. We're getting ready to go green. Field is getting tightened back up. Good jump by Vital. Will he be able to slide up to that outside line? Goes down low. Plenty of room to slide up behind in front of the 97. Beating and banging in the back. Didn't see who that was. Flieger and maybe Christofferson in the 51. Scott Holmes in the 519 sliding up. No room up there with Flieger. They thought about taking it 3 wide. Now the 18 car flashing low. Flieger into the back of the 519. The 38 is around. So we caught that one in real time. We will take a look here. Can see Flieger on the high side. The 518 of Holmes slides up. And they just make contact. You can't really tell. Take another look here. 38 up high, 519 down low. In fact, the 519 had plenty of room. Yeah, they were almost a couple feet apart there. Bad net coat. So Anthony Vital Jr. still on the point. Able to hold off the 7 car of Keaton Holder. We are working lap 5 of 8. This is heat number 2. Not sure how many heats we're going to have tonight. We shall find out here very shortly. It's like the 21 car, Vital Jr. is the only one on the Murano Racing team that didn't get the message this week. Picked the wrong color car tonight. Everyone else in that light blue. Got Vital, Holder, Wentz, Christofferson, Corns, Flieger, and Holmes. All drivers still in the field. Getting ready to go green. Vital Jr. will lead us to the green flag. Contact there, the 7 car. He tried to go earlier, gets in the back of the 21 machine. Will that open the door for Logan Wentz in the 18 machine? Got Wentz down low, Holder up high. Holder able to hold off the 18 car. Clay Christofferson in the 51 now getting up in the action. Anthony Vital Jr. getting away from the field a little bit here. We got a battle with Scott Holmes in the 519 and the 38 of Flieger battling for P6. Got good battles throughout the field. Up front there, about to get nose to tail. Top 4, top 5 nose to tail. Vital Jr., Holder, Wentz, Christofferson, and Corns nose to tail. Clay Christofferson is the best battle on the track currently. Pulls up on the rear bumper of the 18 car of Logan Wentz. See if Clay tries to make something happen here. Maybe a late race pass coming off at turn 4. Can't get it done. Vital, Holder, Wentz, Christofferson, Corns, Holmes, and Flieger are your finishing order. We will have 5 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
You know, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity right now.
Welcome back. We are just wrapping up warm-ups. Austin Baker at the top of the board with a 23.649, followed by Morano, Reynolds, Vital, and Holder. We are getting ready for a 50-lap feature here at USA. You can see the air so thick you could probably cut it with a knife. Still 98% humidity. Temperature dropping a little bit. We are getting ready to go racing. 450 laps. Keaton Holder, Dean Reynolds on the front row. Anthony Vital Jr., Austin Baker in row 2. Michael Vital and Logan Wentz in 3. Anthony Morano, Clay Christopherson in 4. Jason Henry, Joseph Corns in 5. Garrett Zimmer and Adam Flieger in 6. Dakota Denyu and Scott Holmes round out the last row, the 7th row. Again, it's going to be a long one. We got 50 laps. Keaton Holder outside of him, the 79 Super Dirt Car Series driver, Dean Reynolds in the 79. Vital in the 21 had a great race. Austin Baker in the 09 with your warm-up quick time. On the outside of row number 2, you can see a fleet of those light blue Morano Race Team cars out there. Logan Wentz, Vital Jr., the 21 car. Clay Christopherson in the 51, breaking up the Morano Racing armada there at the front. He's got Michael Vital to his outside. Michael Vital is an Air Force veteran. Greatly appreciate his service to our country. And the boss of Morano Racing, Anthony Morano, in the 32 machine, will roll off P7. Drivers are getting their last bit of instructions. We have a long way to go. Track is pretty slick, so we will see how this plays out, see if that bottom comes in, or if that high side is the place to be. Pace truck should exit next time by. Green flag is out. We are underway. It looks like Austin Baker didn't get the best of starts there. Dean Reynolds on the outside in the 79. We got a crash early. That didn't take long. The 79, the 51 of Christopherson, the 18 going for a ride. So we are under caution early here. Looks like the 7, 21 car tucks in behind the 7. 7 gets a little bit loose, gets a lot of help from the 21, goes around in front of the field. No place for these other drivers to go. It looks like Dean Reynolds had the lead, but 9 car of Austin Baker should get his position back. Looks like they are giving the lead to the 79 car Super Dirt Car Series, Dean Reynolds. "50 laps at USA. Hope everyone put in enough fuel. We will find that out here in about 45 minutes or so." Lights are still on the pace truck. Michael Vital in the 213 up to P2 or 3. Got his teammate Morano on the outside. Jason Henry behind him. Seven car falls all the way back 11 positions, currently in looks like 11th position here. We will double it up, getting ready to do it again. Pace truck is off. Dean Reynolds with a decent start on that low side. Doesn't take much time for the 79 to find the high side. Everyone running above the slick there. Dean Reynolds followed by Austin Baker. Anthony Mirano battling it out with his teammate Michael Vital. Vital trying that low side. Will he slide up in between his two teammates there? Yes, he will, coming off a turn. The number 4, 213, gets into position. Up front, Dean Reynolds leading the way in the 79 machine. Austin Baker in the 09. See what the track looks like from the driver's seat here, riding along with Austin Baker. Looks like he gets a good run in. Austin Baker currently up to the rear bumper of the 79. This could get interesting. Both those drivers running a similar line. Can Austin Baker find a way around? Morano in P3. Vital, we got a car over. Looks like the 171 goes over. We will take a look here. '71 of Jason Henry gets up into the outside wall. Once you touch the wall in these things, it's all over. Hits it in the back, front end catches the front of the wall. Around goes the 171. We are back under caution. Dean Reynolds still at the front of the field in the 79 machine. Austin Baker giving him a great battle. Looks like somebody dove off into the pits there. Joseph Corns goes in for a quick repair, I guess. Dean Reynolds, Austin Baker on the front row. Anthony Mirano and Michael Vital, those two swap places that short run there. Keaton Holder in the 7 with Garrett Zimmer in the 14. Zimmer Gaming Productions. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring the Zimmer Gaming Productions 50 here at USA Speedway. North American Dirt Track Racing Association will be back to racing on Saturday win the street stock division. So if you're interested in running with a bunch of good guys, make sure you check out NADTRA or North American Dirt Track Racing Association. They will again be back at it Saturday in street stocks. Not sure where the street stocks run this week. Dean Reynolds, Austin Baker. Reynolds got a great jump on the last restart. Looks like the lights are off on the pace truck. We are going green next time by. Pace truck is making its slow way to pit road. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 79 of Reynolds. Dane with a great start. He's able to get back up to the high side, followed by Austin Baker and Anthony Morano. Morano pulling up on the rear bumper of the 9 car. Michael Vital in the 213, currently running in P4. Falling off the pace just a little bit. Caution is back out. Not sure what happened there. Looks like the 9 car gets up into the fence, but no big contact. We got some rough racing back here. The 51 of Christofferson. Looks like Zimmer came down. 7 came down, making all kinds of contact in the back. Clay Christofferson, those two get into it. Rough road to hoe up in that group. Dean Reynolds currently in the 79 machine in P1. We are working lap 5 of 50. Dean Reynolds in the 79 machine, still at the front of the field. The lights are off on the pace truck. We are getting ready for the green flag. A pace truck will exit. Looks like we are doing a single file restart here. Reynolds, Baker, Morano, Vital, Holder are your top 5. Pace truck is up. We are underway. Dean Reynolds with a good jump. Baker in the 9. 518 for 519 of Scott Holmes. Putting some pressure on the front cars here. Holmes with his teammates in front of him. He wants that position. Slide job coming, not enough room, holds it down low. Now the 7 car, he's going to try to make it 3 wide, coming off of turn 4. Vital thought about taking it 3 wide, wisely let off. Got a long way to go here. 7 car to the top. Clay Christofferson in the 51 machine trying that bottom side. Side by side with Vital. Up front, Dean Reynolds. The 9 car closing the gap. Go on board with Austin Baker as he is to the rear bumper of the 79 car. not giving Dean Reynolds any breathing room, trying to put the pressure on the 79 machine. That's a look out the front of the 09 machine. As they, oh, did we make contact? Both of those cars up into the fence. We will take a look and see what happened there. Nine car with a good run on the 79, sliding up underneath. Makes contact. 32 of Murano makes contact with the 9, so your front two cars most likely headed to pit road. Plenty of laps to get it back. 9 comes back across the track, collects the 519. Dean Reynolds in the 79 machine. Looks like he got his lead back here. So the racing god smiling on the 79, gives him his position back. He's going to have Anthony Murano, Scott Holmes in the 519. Holmes up 11 positions from the start in the 519 machine. Looks like that car's crab walking a little bit. Beat up 519. We'll see how Scott can wheel that machine here. Up front, 79 car of Reynolds. Got Murano to the rear of Reynolds in the 32 machine. There's a look back from the rear of the 32 car at a battered 519. I'm surprised he can still drive that thing. 7 cars back with us in a beat up race car himself. Dean Reynolds is off. Green flag is back out on lap 10 of 50. Looks like Dean Reynolds able to repair that car. Didn't get enough damage to really hurt it. 519 of Scott Holmes. He is driving that battered race car, trying that bottom side. Slider line coming. Crossover from Murano. They are side by side at the line. Dean Reynolds has got to appreciate this, looking out his rearview mirror with these two battling it out. 32 car takes the position back. Good battle by Murano and Holmes. Slide job coming once again. Looks like Michael Vital in the 213 might have got into the inside wall. That car slowed way down there momentarily. Logan Wentz. Anthony Vital Jr. got a black flag or a into the line early, makes contact with the 213. Michael and Anthony Vital. Oh, we got a pile up in the back there. The 171 car made contact with somebody. We will take a look and see what happened there. .171. Up on the high line, 18 gets loose down low, should not affect this. Into that outside wall goes the 171, collects the 38, nowhere for Flieger to go, nor the 9 car of Austin Baker, nowhere for either of those drivers to go. 171, the end of the longest line. Dean Reynolds at the front of the field. Super Dirt Car Series driver Dean Reynolds at the front of the field, Indy 79. That battered 519 is getting it done somehow. Not real sure how. Car is bent and twisted and dented, and oh my goodness, there's not a straight piece of sheet metal left on the 519. He's still getting it done up front. Dean Reynolds will bring us to the green flag. Pace truck will exit this time by. Working lap 12 of 50. Dean Reynolds is off. Back of the field, kind of accordions there. Clay Christopherson, Vital. 21 car of Anthony Vital. He's going to try to dive underneath the 213. Believe that's father-son, possibly. Maybe not. Little bit of accordion back there. Somebody was around, not sure who it was. Might have been Flieger. Flieger gets in back of Corns, possibly. That will most likely move the 99 to the rear of the field. We got a long way to go. We're only working lap 15 of 50. Hope they put in enough fuel. Dean Reynolds led from the drop of the green flag. He took over the lead on lap number 1. He has not relinquished that lead. Got into an incident early. Was able to get his lead back after that. Scott Holmes in the 519. We've talked about that car all night. Not real sure how Scott's driving that machine. And we got the Murano Motorsports boys behind Scott Holmes. Anthony Murano, Michael Vital, Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. We should get the 1 to go this time by. Looks like this caution was extended. One more lap. Not sure how many cautions we've had, but we have had a few here early. Dean Reynolds currently with your lead. Lights are off on the pace truck, so we should go green next time by. Pace truck is working its way towards pit road. 79 car of Dean Reynolds, good start. Scott Holmes goes right with him in the 519, so those two. Holmes dives down low. Is Holmes going to try a slide job here in the 519? See him working the steering wheel, hear him on the throttle. Trying to get it done on that bottom side with that damaged race car. Can't quite make the pass. No drive off the bottom of turn 4. He will try it one more time. Caution comes back out for Garrett Zimmer. In the 14 machine, looks like the 9 car comes up and puts Zimmer into the outside wall. That should be an EOL, I would imagine, for the 09 machine. Dean Reynolds still at the front of the field, starting to worry about time here a little bit. Working lap 16 of 50. .519, Reynolds, Holmes, Morano, Vital are your top 5. Christopherson, Wentz, Henry, Baker, Holder round out your top 10. Got fuel to worry about, got time to worry about. Pace truck is off, as is Dean Reynolds in the lead with Scott Holmes to the rear. In the 519 machine, Michael Vital in the 213. Looks like those two were going to take it 3 wide. Craig Christopherson in the 51 machine. You see all the Murano Racing drivers throughout the field. You can't miss that bright light blue 9 car coming from the back of the field. Just got an EOL and he's already up to P8, working that outside lane. Go on board with Austin Baker in the 9 machine. You can see the 18 car flashing a little bit. Got to be nerve-wracking for the 9 car. He dives down low. Will he get the position running that bottom side? Up in the grass. Can't go much lower than that. Slides up in front of the 18. Makes the pass. Working lap 19 of 50. Up front, Dean Reynolds with your lead. Anthony Morano in P2. Scott Holmes now under attack from Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 machine. Saw Anthony have a great heat race. Now he's going to put pressure on the 519. Tries to dive underneath. Michael Vital is in P5 currently. So the 21 trying to get underneath the 519. There's not much room down there if he wants to get any lower than the 519. He's going to have to go through that grass. 519 not leaving that lane open, not even a little bit. Uh-oh, looks like Morano now makes a pass on the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Put Morano to the point in the 32 machine. Dean Reynolds now pulls back to the back bumper of the 32. See the 32 car dive down low. Riding on board with Dean Reynolds as he stays on that high side. Looks like that bottom side is coming in. Looks like that was the quicker way around that time by. Scott Holmes right on the rear bumper of the 21 still. Side by side, Anthony Vital Jr. comes off a, oh, somebody's into the wall. Looks like Morano gets into the wall on the front stretch. Not enough to give up the lead, but the 21 of Vital Jr. is on a mission. Put the 21 into P2 as he gets by Dean Reynolds in the 79. Reynolds trying that high side. Vital in the 21's now going to put pressure on Morano. The caution does come out. Jason Henry. See what happened here. Henry on the high side. Gets up into the fence once again. I think he did that same thing earlier. All by himself, brings out the caution. Up front, Morano, I think that caution saved Morano as Vital Jr. was closing in. Got a few cars diving to pit road here. '51 of Clay Christopherson hasn't had the best of nights in that battered 51 machine. Not as bad as the 519, but bent up. Working lap 25 of 50. We have 29 minutes, 31 minutes to go here. Anthony Morano with your lead in the 32 machine. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are doubled back up, went back to double file restart here. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Anthony Morano. We had contact here. Not sure if any black flags will come out of that. Not sure if any passes were made. Morano to the point. Dean Reynolds in the 79 car. A 21 car of Vital Jr. is on a mission. The 21 car finding that bottom side to his liking. 519 Scott Holmes high on the outside. Looks like the majority of the field on the high side, except in the back. They prefer that bottom line. 21. Oh, the 9 car into the outside fence, collects the 7 car. Just gets into the outside fence. 7 car was in tow. Clay Christopherson. 7 car comes across the track, collects the 38. Anthony Morano still at the front of the field, working lap 26 of 50, so we made it halfway. Dean Reynolds still in P2. Vital Jr. and Vital and Scott Holmes rounds out your top 5. Lights are off on the pace truck. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. Pace truck is off, as is the 32 car of Morano. Dean Reynolds tries to go with Morano this time. 32 up high, 79 up high, 21 of Vital Jr. has gotten that bottom side to work. Vital Jr. pulls up even with the 79 car. Got somebody into the fence back there. They make contact. Dean Reynolds and Vital Jr. make a little bit of contact. Vital still on that bottom side. Dean Reynolds with a decent run off the high side. 21 car cannot clear the 79 yet. Scott Holmes in the 519. That car finally fading a little bit. He's giving it a great run. The battered and twisted 519. Caution comes back out. We tried 4 wide there. Let's see who we're looking for. Adam Flieger ends up on his lid. We will rewind here and see if we can't figure out what happened. Looks like Zimmer got sideways. The 18 car was back there. Adam Flieger, an innocent bystander. Nowhere for him to go as the 18 slid up the track. Anthony Morano at the front of the field. Lights are off on the pace truck. We will follow along with Morano as he brings the field to the green flag. We are doubled up once again. Looks like we have some serious racing in the back of the field. Seems to be where the incidents are occurring. Working lap 29 of 50. We are back under green. Dean Reynolds with a great start on the outside of the 32. Goes right with Morano there until turn 1. Crossover coming from the 79. Gonna take it 3 wide. Vital Jr. Doesn't leave any room for Dean Reynolds on that outside. Vital Jr. up to second position. Don't look now, 5:19. Not giving up a bit. Driving that twisted. See his hands inside the car. Looks like Anthony Vital Jr. and Dean Reynolds make contact once again. Reynolds into the outside wall. Austin Baker also goes around. We'll go back and look at what happened between Dean Reynolds and the 21 car. Those two have not given each other very much room. Looks like the 21 was given an EOL for his part in that. Working lap 31 of 50. Anthony Morano still at the front of the field. 21 car going in for a quick repair. Morano still at the front of the field with Holmes, Holder, Christopherson, and Vital. Your top five. Looks like Dean Reynolds fell back to P9 after that incident with the 21 car, so that might be a race to watch. 21 and the 79 once again back together, this time at the tail end of the field. Working lap 31 of 50. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are closing in on 40 minutes. Good start by the 32. Scott Holmes is going to dive the 519 once again down low. Can he get a drive off the bottom? 32 car prevails on that high side. Anthony Morano. Scott Holmes pulls to the rear bumper once again. Keaton Holder in the 7 car. He's running a high-low line, so a little bit different line run by the 7 car as he tries to get underneath the 519 of Holmes. 7 car down low. They are side by side on the backstretch. Clay Christopherson up to P4. Looks like Holder and Holmes are going to battle it out in the 7 and the 519. Caution comes back out for Jason Henry. See what happened here. To the 171, back into the fence right in front of the 79 car. Anthony Morano at the front of the field currently. We have less than 10 minutes left to get this race in. We are working lap 33 of 50, so we will see how that plays out. Lights are off on the pace truck. We get a few more cautions. We will not go the entire distance. We will run out of time. Morano, Holmes, Holder, Christofferson, Vital, your top 5. Holmes up 12 positions from the start in the 519 machine. Looks like Anthony Vital Jr. with your quick lap so far with a 23.69. 519 dives down low, trying to get the lead away from Anthony Morano. Holmes on the outside, Morano on the inside. Now both drivers go for that same spot down low. Side by side at the exit. Put the 519 in that battered race car up to P1 with Anthony Morano falling back to P2. Looked like we had a group of cars together in the back there. Just caught it out of the corner of my eye. It looks like they all straightened that out. Scott Holmes now. I think he only has 3 tires on the track at any given time. Morano in P2, Keaton Holder in the 97 machine in 3, Clay Christofferson in the 51 on that high side. Trying to get a run off the high side. Michael Vital in the 213. Under attack from Austin Baker in the 09. Vital down low, Baker up high. Working lap 37 of 50. This battle is for P5. 9 up into the fence, gets into the 79 machine. No caution. Scott Holmes still at the front of the field. Now he's pulling away a little bit from Morano. There's a look at that 519. Morano sends it in deep, trying to get that lead back. Morano did not hold back that time by in the 32 machine. Dove it down super hard. 97 car of Keaton Holder in the 3rd and final podium position. Morano getting a great run in the middle of 3 and 4. Always pulls back to the rear bumper of the 519. Just can't get it to stick. Let's ride along with Morano and see exactly what he sees as he pulls up to the rear of the 519. Dives for the bottom. He's going to stay down low this time. We will go back live camera to see what happens here. Can't quite get it done. Working lap 41 of 50. Morano working high in 1 and 2, low in 3 and 4, it looks like. He has brought Keaton Holder to his rear bumper. Can't quite get it done there. There are your top 3, Holmes, Morano, Holder. Morano is able to hold the bottom in 3 and 4. Pulls up alongside the 519. It will be a drag race to the flag stand. Holmes still holds that lead. Morano not able to get back up to the high side in 1 and 2 this time. This is where the 32 is best in 3 and 4, being able to hold that bottom side. 519 must have heard that because he held the bottom side that time by. Working lap 44 of 50. Caution comes back out. Looks like Austin Baker in the 09 machine. Just into that outside wall. The front tires climb up the fence. Over the 09 goes, back on his wheels. Scott Holmes under attack from both Morano and Holder in the 09. Working lap 45 of 50. Looks like we may get this race in. We will see. Holmes would sure like to see the time run out here to get a victory in the 5:19. What a valiant up 13 from his start in that banged up 5:19 machine. Be nice to take the victory home. Looks like we will go back to the green flag here. We would only have a couple of laps left, working lap 44 of 50. We will not make it to the 50 lap mark. Morano and Holder are going to have one short chance to get by the 5:19. Pace truck is off. And we got a shootout here. 5:19 with a decent start. Anthony Morano in the 32 car stays up high, as does the 7. Now Christofferson in the 51. He wants that third and final podium position. Scott Holmes opens up a lead over the 32. This is where the 32 is the strongest. In 3 and 4, holding that bottom side. 5:19 is able to do the same, holds the bottom side. Put the 7 car now. Keaton Holder pulls alongside the 32. Keaton Holder wants the runner-up position. Can't quite get it done as the 5:19 pulls away from the field. Working lap 47, Clay Christofferson now. He wants that final podium. Christofferson able to hold that bottom side. Looks like the 213 car goes around. No yellow flag. 14 is over. '21 into the fence. Keaton Holder in the 7 car. Holmes, Morano, Holder. .519 with over a half-second gap. Yellow comes out, so that will do it. Holmes looks like he will drive the 519 to victory lane. See what happens here, because we are out of time. Again, we will get a look at that 519 car. Still can't believe that that car is not only in the lead, but took the lead. That should do it. They've caught back up with the pace car. I don't think we will go back under green. We are over the time limit. Not real sure. Never had a race run out of time before. See if we got the checkered flag waving or not. Didn't see. Looks like we may finish this out. Lights are off on the pace truck. We might get the one lap dash here. Or 2 laps, I guess. We'll see what iRacing does. Pace truck is going to exit. We're going back to racing here. 519, Scott Holmes, Murano Holder are your top 3. Pace truck is off. Last lap. Oh, Murano into the fence, as is the 7. Anthony Vital Jr. coming from the back in the 21 machine. He's going to battle it out with Murano. Vital Jr. given a end of the longest line earlier, able to battle back from the back of the field. The 32 car down low, getting a good run off that bottom side. Holmes, Murano, Vital Jr., Christopherson, and Michael Vital are your top 5. So we got it done. It took a while, but here we are. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Michael Vital Jr., he was running up front early, got a black flag, running P2, I believe. Moved to the back of the field and worked his way back up for a podium finish in the 21 machine. We will get a word with those drivers here momentarily. Waiting for the drivers to come up into the booth, waiting for Anthony Vital Jr. See Anthony Murano in the booth, ready for his interview. There's Scott Holmes. Still waiting on the 21 car. Have not seen Anthony Vital Jr. yet. We will get a quick word with Anthony Murano in the 32 machine. Anthony, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. How's it going, boss?
Hey, man, it's going super well. You had a heck of a night. It looks like everyone had a heck of a night. Running P2 there, got into the fence late. You're able to recover, though. And how was your night? How was the track? And walk us through your evening.
Man, I really wish we had a lot less cautions than we did. That was, man, cautions here are brutal sitting in these cars. It just takes forever to get around. But car was fast. I screwed up a couple times. Scott got me. Man, hats off to him.
Yeah, man, great run. The 32 was fast tonight. You were up front all night. Looks like, how did the 519 get by you? I missed that on the broadcast.
He actually just had a really good run on the bottom and got me coming out of, I believe it was 2. I was struggling a little bit on the top side of 1 and 2, but I didn't want to give it up either. But I was fast in 3 and 4 on the bottom. So yeah, he got me there, and I wasn't really able to get back up to him when I did. It was just not enough room. I didn't want to smack him around or anything.
Yeah, man, we were actually calling the race. It looked like you were running high in 1 and 2, and you were the only car there for a while that could hold the bottom in 3 and 4. Looks like Scott figured that out like late race because he stayed down there with you, but you were making a lot of time up in 3 and 4. Did you feel that from the seat also?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's when we do our team practices. It's me, Mike Vitale, usually Anthony Vitale's in there. Usually try to get Clay in there with us. Who else? Jason Henry was usually in there with us, trying to help out, get setup straightened out. Big thanks to Dean Reynolds. He's turned us on the Swan setups. These things are incredible. Things fast, man.
Yeah, your whole team, man. It's great to see you guys out there. Love to see a close-knit team. That's what it's all about, getting with some good dudes and running. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium?
First, got to thank my wife, Sherry. I finally got her heart on the car, but apparently it's off-center, so Clay said something about it. But Again, thanks to Dean for setting us up with the idea to go to Swan Setups. Like I said, things are rockets. Big thanks to Mike Vitale, Scott Holmes, Anthony Vitale, DV, you for putting us on. Flieger, always helping out with stuff. Jason Henry, Gears Unlimited, uh, JT Screen Printing, everybody that helps us out with everything we do.
Yeah, man, it's cool to see you guys out there running. Can't miss the cars. I think Anthony Vital Jr. didn't get the memo of which color car to run tonight, but that's all right. I'm sure you guys will get him squared away.
He said it. He says you're starting, and I need to thank Logan Wentz. He's been helping us a lot with track time setups and stuff like that, trying to get everything figured out best for how many ever Murano racing cars there are in the field now.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So great night, my friend. Hope you have a great weekend and hope to watch you run up front again next week.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night in the 358s with you. See how we do there.
Can't wait to call that, man. Have a good evening.
You too, Joe. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 machine had an up and down night, received an EOL late. Anthony, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, how did you make it back through the field? I know you got into the line there. I can't remember which lap it was. Next thing I look up, man, and the 21 is eating up time down low. How'd you get back up to the front?
Yeah, well, first I want to say sorry to Dean. I didn't mean to get into him. I slid up coming out of 2. I know I messed his night up, so I'll apologize to him for that. The car was awesome on the bottom of the track. I had a lot of speed in the car, and I just kept it there. And I was actually able on that last restart to go from 5th to 3rd. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, you were up, I think, running 2nd when you got the EOL, and then, man, to come back on the podium, great run by you, man. Another podium finish for Murano Racing Team. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium?
First off, thank Murano Racing for allowing me to run his car. Everyone that's on this car, the Gears Unlimited, Got Your 6 Racing, A&J Landscaping, everyone else that helps us out on this. It's been real fun. It's a first few weeks that we've been all running together, and I think we're starting to get together here, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing us on the podium a lot.
Yeah, man, that's fun to watch when a team gels like that. Sky's the limit for you guys, man. It's always fun to watch, and greatly appreciate the whole team for running Got Your 6 Racing Network on board. So that means a ton to me. So great run, my friend, and we will see you. Will we see you tomorrow night?
Yep, I'll be running tomorrow night. Actually, no, I won't be. I'm sorry, I won't be running tomorrow.
So we'll catch up with you next week. Hopefully talk to you on the podium again.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Have a good evening.
You too.
Scott Holmes comes 13 positions from his start, parks the 519 in victory lane. Scott, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Man, I cannot believe you were able to drive that car. We did a front chase, and I don't think you had all 4 tires on the ground. It was bent. It was twisted. I thought, no way. And next thing I know, 519 slide job for the lead. Man, that was absolutely an amazing piece of driving, my friend. How'd you get it done?
Honestly, I was contemplating even pulling in the pits and getting a quick repair. I got pretty dinged up in the racing cautions, man. That was a long race. Hats off to Anthony. He ran me very, very, very clean. He was really fast there, and I was watching him come up on the inside of me, and on that late race, like the late restarts and everything, and I started figuring out real quick how to get around that bottom side coming out of 3 and 4. But yeah, no, the car actually, I think the more bent it got, the better it got. I'm not really a bottom guy. I'm usually I like to hang it out on the top, but the car did not work at the top, so I had no choice but go to the bottom. And yeah, I just got lucky with some penalties and from other drivers, and happened to take my chance on that slide job with Anthony. I hate to take a win from him. He's the one that gets me here. He's the one that provides us with a team, and a big thank you to him.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to call that luck. If you watch the broadcast, you'll see the pictures of that machine that you were wheeling around, man. Great run by you. I haven't seen much like that before, especially a car in that shape. So that puts the icing on top of the cake for sure. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Oh, yeah. Anthony Morano, Gears Unlimited, all the guys that, are helping out with the whole team. Unfortunately, I work a lot, so I barely even make races. I'm always asking Anthony, hey, what time is this race? When are we able to race? Half the time I miss most of the races, but I've been fortunate enough to be here the last 2 weeks, and I owe it all to the team. I mean, they provide the setups and everything, so yeah.
Yeah, man, it just dawned on me. That's 3 Murano racing cars on the podium tonight. So you guys are putting together something super special, man, and great job by you, my friend. And we will see you next week. And until then, man, great run.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do as well. You're a good broadcaster.
Thanks,
I was
man.
listening to your stream while I was racing. I was cracking up because, you were, oh, that car is so bent up. To be honest, the more
Wait till you watch it, man. I don't even know how you drove that thing, but you did, and that was well done, my friend. Much deserved victory. Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.
See
So
ya.
there you go. There are your top 3. Murano Motorsports, or Murano Racing, my apologies, puts all 3 of its drivers onto all 3 positions. There's more than 3 drivers onto the podium. But for us, that's going to call it a night. Greatly appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Hopefully we see you tomorrow night. We'll be racing Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. And until then, we will see you next time.
Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.